twice so much. You, what we been through, I miss you. And you can't lie, you miss me too. If I roll through, but you...
In today's video, I'm going to be touching base on Beyonce's Me, Myself, and I again because silly me, I left out some information. Oh well, we're just going to turn it into a part 2. So, what I found out about this is, for one, Beyonce knew what Jay had done to Aaliyah, and I believe she knew what he was going to do. And she also talks about, in this song, Me, Myself, and I, how Jay-Z lied about how it was gonna be. It clicked last night when I reread I was talking to my sister and I was telling her about what some of the words meant in this song, and I realized I was telling her all this information. I didn't even put it into the video. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go home, film this video or the second part and, you know, explain. But without further more to say, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. Let's get into today's video. This is the full breakdown. I wish I would have put it in the last video, but anyways, in the song, she said that she fell for his schemes or something along those lines. And schemes just means, because I forgot to say, it means make plans, especially in a devious way or with intent to do something illegal or wrong. This could mean two things. I'm leaning more towards it being Jay-Z lied about how his and Beyonce's relationship was gonna go, how the career thing was gonna go, how he was gonna treat her, what was gonna happen, that it would be 50-50, but he covered up the truth and just told her a lie and she fell for it, being naive and blind, and realized that he lied about being 50-50 and that he wanted full control and he wanted to be the dominant person in the whole situation. And it was just a lie and a scheme to open a financial path for himself more than anyone he had helped or was gonna help. Devious just means showing skillful use of underhanded tactics to achieve goals, and underhanded just means marked by secrecy, this word right here, and deception. Secrecy is practice of hiding info. I believe that he hid the true fact of what he had going on, and Jay-Z is more powerful. He's powerful alone, so if he left Beyonce, he would be good. I think that Beyonce thought that when they did this, they got rid of Aaliyah, he was gonna go to Beyonce and it would be 50-50. Say what's gonna happen in the career, the relationship, but he lied. He told her something false, and he believed in being the dominant one, and that's not what she expected him to become or try to do after she fell for it. So I think that's more of what it could mean. I also thought that it could mean that they, you know, did something wrong to achieve their goals by ending Aaliyah. It could also mean that too, but I think this song is more towards her and Jay-Z and him switching up on her by lying and getting over on her to become the head honcho in not only the relationship but the career that they were going to be sharing with each other. This word right here just means trickery to achieve financial stability. This is what I mean. He tricked her into achieving a financial stability for himself more than anything, and that was always the plan. And Aaliyah is really smart for not choosing him because he would have did the same thing, and I think she knew. But Beyonce, see, she craved to be the attention getter so bad, and not only that, she wanted this man that she gave in without even questioning his honesty, asking questions. She just went in naive, you know, thinking that it would be love and true and they would just be this power couple who were both in control. But it wasn't like that at all, and it's still not like that at all today. Jay-Z is more powerful and Beyonce is under him, and she will always be under him because that's just what she agreed to, but it wasn't supposed to be like that in her eyes. Underhanded also means not honest, an attempt to gain power. He wanted power. He is, the only word I could really use is dominant. Like he's dominant. He wants the power. He wants control. He wants to say in everything. He just wants to be in control. That's what Beyonce disliked about him. She felt that he had lied. You know, he was probably telling her like, listen, this the plan, me and you gonna get together, we gonna both have power, and we gonna make money together. You gonna make your portion, I'm gonna make mine, and this is how it's gonna go. But then when he got her where he wanted her, she realized, she's like, oh, well, this man, he is trying to control me and have me as this main woman while he cheats and he does what he wants to do, and while he makes all this money, these big money moves, while I'm just his puppet, I'm just his shadow. I'm not his lover, I'm not his girl, I'm not who he told me I would be. I thought we were gonna get in a relationship and this be 50-50. And Aaliyah also talked about this. She said it was our call and then it was your call. I believe he tried to make Aaliyah think that they would be a power together, but she started to see his character, his true character, and that's just a prideful person. And she was like, you know, everything just became about you. It was all about your plans to get to the top and how you were gonna do it to get it. And I was just gonna follow in your lead. But they are very independent women. I have to say Beyonce is too. But because she got with Jay-Z, she is no longer an independent woman because he is controlling. And he is very powerful now. I mean, no one wants to go up against Jay-Z. And I don't blame him. He's very connected. Now back to what I was saying. Deception just means an act or statement that misleads/hides the truth. It promotes a belief, concept, or idea that is not true. He had an idea of this perfect relationship, and in the end, it was all about him. And Beyonce realized that. Now, Beyonce also used the word loose, and I was like, let me look this up because Aaliyah used this too, and it has to be something about this word why Beyonce ended up using it too after Aaliyah. And it says it means detached or able to be detached. It could be towards Aaliyah as well. She said you were messing around with loose women. Aaliyah detached herself from Jay-Z. It was easy for her to just leave, and also they weren't attached to each other. They were just friends. So he was overhyping this girl who he wasn't even attached to. She really probably did not have feelings for him like that anyway, especially after what she seen out of him after he became very aggressive. She's like, you know, you're cheating with loose women who, you know, you're not even attached to, you know, and you could be attached to me. Jay-Z is also a detachable person. He ended Aaliyah and went right to Beyonce. They were having problems. He was leaving and cheating on Beyonce, and she's just like, I can't believe I fell for your scheme, your plans, everything you told me. And I thought she was from your past. How young and naive of me. How dumb and naive. She switched it up twice in this song. For people who want more on the word detached, that just means separate or disconnected. Aaliyah and Jay-Z weren't connected. He didn't want to be seen with her, which I'm starting to gather information on why, if that is true, he would not want to be seen with her. And the other way around, she just didn't care about him. She just looked so unhappy in those photos, and at parties with him, she was just like so happy when she seen her friends. And then when she was with Jay-Z, it's just like separate. They weren't even together, which I know that now. When I first got into this, I'm like, yeah, they were dating. But I understand it now. When you go through a similar situation, you understand that you're not particularly in a relationship with that person, but you guys are just friends who have benefits in a situationship more than anything. So they were separate and disconnected. Basically, what I found out about just gathering this information within Me, Myself, and I was that Beyonce thought it would be 50-50. That's probably how she thought it would be with Aaliyah. I think what she saw Jay-Z was given to Aaliyah was perfection. But she didn't know the true actions behind their relationship and what he was doing to her. And then when he, you know, Aaliyah declined him, he did what he had to do, got with Beyonce, and she seen that she was competing with Aaliyah for no reason because she found out that he was doing the same thing to Aaliyah, went to her and was doing the same thing as well. It wasn't no different. She thought they had this perfect image. Oh, Jay-Z's just in love with Aaliyah. He's not cheating. He wants her to be the queen, everything. But no, little did she know, Aaliyah was going through the same stuff. Listen to her last album. And she probably seen too. That's why Aaliyah left him alone, because he's possessive, he's controlling, and he doesn't want a 50-50 relationship. He wants 90% of say in this relationship, and I'm just the 50% by myself. That's how it was, and she was very disappointed. But see, that's why you can't compete with people, because you know, you end up getting into a situation, getting yourself into a situation that isn't any better. It just makes you feel dumb and used, lied to. And what was all the competing for? It was for nothing. That's why she said, foolish of me to compete. What was it all for? Because I end up getting the same treatment. You're a dog. Jay believed in power and the influence over others. That is the type of person he is. That's the type of person he will always be. Dominance. He will always want to play that role of being the dominant person. Jay-Z wanted control, and he has control still to this day. He's a very powerful man. Like I said, I will always respect him for being a smart businessman. I mean, he did it a little crooked, but he's very smart. He has a lot of knowledge, and he's about his business, and he made it come true, and I admire that. Beyoncé in the song said, "You're so controlling." She's basically telling you who Jay-Z's character is and what she fell into, what she got herself into for competing with someone who was going through the same thing and actually saved herself from going through it. She turned Jay-Z down. And when Beyoncé said, "Even your very best friend tried to warn me," I think that Damon could have possibly warned Beyoncé that Jay-Z was controlling. Damon Dash would know that. And of course, Aaliyah would know too, because they were friends with him. And they probably seen him and his character, and we didn't see it. We don't get to see things like that. Damon was kind of, I would say, controlling too. Not controlling to a point he would want to control a girl, but like, he was probably very controlling when it came to business. And Jay-Z was probably the same way, so he would know. They were business partners. That's why she was really confused about him. She had to agree to become power with him, but little did she know, it just wouldn't be equal. Not only did he want a woman who worked, but she was gonna be working under him. And that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted with Aaliyah, but that was a failed success. He had to bury that. And with Beyoncé, she was kind of confused in the beginning. She's like, do I stay or do I leave? Like, I have options. I have just put out this album, it's doing good. So either way, I got this album that's gonna, you know, help me rise, whether if I'm big or not. Really, it wasn't really no female artist big after Aaliyah like that, you know, in that young genre, but Beyoncé. So he ended up sticking with her, but she just had to agree to the terms and work under him. He basically became her handler, if that makes sense. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I had to go over these words because I can't believe I missed them in the other video. But that was just more information on me, myself, and I. We're going to be moving on to the next song in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause we had trust. Now it's drowning in our lives. I know we're broken up, you know the feelings deep inside. So what? You, what we've been through.